The bar closes and you feel like falling down. I'll carry you home tonight.
Green button to go forward, red button to go back.
I can lift you up. I can show you what you wanna see and take you where you wanna be. You could be my luck. Even if the sky is falling down, I know that we'll be safe and sound. We're safe and sound.
Hi guys, could you please settle down? We will be starting with the opening ceremony in like just 1 minute, so please settle down. Thank you.
Soldering and tooling, that's it. Hardware and 3D printing उधर दिया ना
Can you ulta kar do soldering?
Soldering and tooling you do, we can handle. Soldering and tooling you do.
Chal 3D printing बोलो, ठीक है? Sounds good. We will handle बाकी का. हाँ. What? अरे अभी ये सब मत बोल पार्ट, बाद में डिस्कस करते हैं ना. बोल रहा हूँ मैं. It's fine.
What are the three rules for archery? What's quite crazy? You should tell them.
I don't remember. Bro, check the hacker guide.
Just say, just go to CLC and you can take it.
Fuck यार, खाली क्यों है?
यार ये एरिया खाली तो लगना ही था ना थोड़ा अगर स्टार्टिंग में तो लोग कम ही आएंगे तो ये सोचो ना अभी तो 1 घंटे में ही तो खुला है. If we have 300 people or 250 people, this is good enough. 250 people is not bad for the first half an hour, 1.5 hours.
Yeah, that's true.
तो स्टार्ट करें.
Okay.
इनको एक बार वापस चुप होने को बोल दे और बोल कि we're just starting.
Hey guys, we're about to start. We request if you could take a seat and please settle down for our opening ceremony. Thank you so much.
Plus hackers वाली चीज़ बोलियो मत.
Yeah, okay.
But उसमें slide में लिखी हुई है.
That's fine.
Yes. You want to get started? सामने तेरे को जॉर्जिया दिख रही होगी.
अपने बंदे के साथ आई भी है?
Oh, लमाओ. Hello, everyone. Welcome to StarkHacks. This is the world's largest hardware hackathon. We already have like 250 people in the venue right now and so many more people checking in at Lawson. And we are very excited to have you all here to hack with us for 36 hours straight and build very, very insane hardware innovations right here at Purdue.
We now have a short safety briefing as well, led by our operations head.
Next slide.
StarkHacks, how are we doing? Hope everyone's excited to get started. We spent a lot of time preparing everything for you. Before we get started, there are just a couple housekeeping things I want to get done. First of all, fire. If there's a fire in the building and the fire alarm goes off, please find the nearest exit. They are all across the wall except the one behind me. There is one down there. Find the nearest exit and exit into the parking lot, please. Next thing, if there is a tornado and you hear a tornado siren, please exit into one of the bathrooms or the basement down the hall. Finally, if you have any other sort of emergency, don't hesitate. Please call 911. We'll also try and give medical attention if we can. One last thing, I'd like to welcome President Mung Chiang. He'd like to give a couple words. Thank you.
Well, Boilermakers, are you ready? Well, what a beautiful sight this is. The hardware hackathon to set a new world record here. I want to say boiler up 3 times, and I'll be done and out of your way because we got great keynote. You got work to do as well. So just 3 boiler ups tonight. First, boiler up to the Purdue Humanoid Robotic Club and to Nemo. It's founding its feet, is that right? It was swimming, now it's gonna walk.
Yeah.
It's gonna run.
Yes.
In partnership with many great companies like AMD.
Yep.
We got Nemo here, and it's a lot of work. You made it work.
Yes.
So second, boiler up to this great event of the students, by the students, for the students. And it's gonna be the largest hardware hackathon in America ever. It's gonna be setting the new record with over 1,000 participants from around the world by the end of Sunday.
Yep.
And then the third and last, the boiler up, is to all of you. I know you're not gonna be able to sleep next, how many hours is it?
36 hours.
36 hours, no sleep. I can only do 3.6 hours, no sleep. There'll be coffee. Will there be coffee?
Yes.
There'll be a lot of
Red Bull and
coffee.
Monster, yes.
There'll be a lot of teamwork, a lot of competitions there. So boiler up to all of you, and boiler up to Purdue's Hardware Hackathon.
Boiler up. Thank you so much, President.
Congrats.
Before we begin, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors without whom this event would not have been possible. We'd like to thank our co-hosts, AMD and Ford, along with Espressif, Ultimaker, Analog Devices, Tesla, SFAB, Microsoft, Qualcomm, Anthropic, the Institute for Control, Purdue, RCAC, DigiKey, VM, SolidWorks, Cadence, the College of Science, Altium, Curex AI, Vercel, the Bechtel Center, Dremel, OMI, HeyGen, and the Institute for Physical Artificial Intelligence.
So what do we do at the Humanoid Robot Club? We are the first group of students building a walking humanoid robot for space exploration, and we just started 1 year ago, and these are the updates on what we have achieved in that 1 year. So we officially have 1,500 plus members in the club since we just started 1 year ago. People are divided into teams called like mechanical team, electrical team, hardware, software team, and they build the different aspects of the humanoid robot. As you can see, we have Nemo here, which is the humanoid robot we have been able to build in that 1 year. We have also been endorsed and met with all Purdue leadership, including President Mung Chiang, the Professor Luna Liu, and everybody else has put their faith and support in us to get us where we are here today. We have raised $400K plus from all of our amazing, incredible sponsors like AMD, Ford, GM, and all other companies. And we have gotten 8 official faculty advisors like Professor Yan Gu, Yu Shea, and everybody else who helps guide our mission and helps us actually build this humanoid robot.
Our club likes to do cool events like StarkHacks. So last year we hosted the Humanoids in Action event, which was an official part of the celebration of 150 years of Purdue engineering, where we brought humanoid robots to Purdue's campus for the very first time ever. We brought the Unitary G1 and the Engineered Arts Amica, which are 2 of the most advanced humanoid robots on the planet, and they flew in especially from China and San Francisco for our event. Now we'd like to invite our technical leadership, Katie, Martina, and Ludwig, to talk more about our humanoid robot, Nemo, which is the first bipedal walking robot built by undergraduate students in just 1 year.
Yeah, so as we said, our ultimate goal is to create a full-scale humanoid capable of really dynamic motion. And there's a lot of existing humanoids. You may have seen the Unitary G1 walking around here. There's also Atlas by Boston Dynamics. You may have seen those robots dancing, doing parkour, maybe even fighting each other in a lot of viral videos. And so this is very complicated, very hard to design these, and very expensive because a lot of their components are very expensive, as well as their actuators. And so we wanted to break this problem down by designing a simple, small-scale humanoid. And so our solution to that here is Nemo. So this is our first version of Nemo. It's about 2.5 feet tall, weighs about 60 pounds, and it's intended for locomotion. So walking is the most difficult part of designing a 2-legged robot, and so we wanted to focus on that, even though we do have 6 degrees of freedom in the upper body where we can attach end effectors. So the most important part of Nemo is that it has 6 degrees of freedom in its leg, which makes it just as dynamic as the Boston Dynamics or the G1 robots. And it also means that the pipeline that we're developing, even for this small robot, can be scaled up really quickly so that all our work is not lost. And so we're going to also talk a little bit more about the software side and how we simulate this.
Using the onboard AMD PC, we are able to train and deploy various neural network policies to control the robot. These neural network policies are trained through reinforcement learning and allows Nemo to execute dynamic motions such as locomotion.
Yeah, so if you're interested or you have a break while you're doing the hackathon and you want to learn more about what we do and the progress that we've made, or we're going to be walking around the event, so feel free to come up and talk to us. Thanks.
Before we continue, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors for our club as well, including all engineering departments at Purdue, the Department of Computer Science, as well as companies like Caterpillar, GM, and we've partnered with companies like Unitary and ESUN in the past as well. We're incredibly grateful to all of our partners and departments at Purdue who help support us in our mission of building a walking humanoid robot. So what is StarkHacks? StarkHacks is the world's largest hardware hackathon that's being hosted right now at Purdue's campus, where you all are gonna spend the next 36 hours building the future of hardware and AI. And this hackathon is being hosted for the very first time ever. We've been planning this for the past 6 to 7 months, and this is your chance to meet new cool people who think like you.
So now we would like to introduce our amazing keynote speaker, Ruth Cotter, who is the Senior Vice President and the Chief Administrative Officer at AMD, to come up on the stage. We have a video that AMD provided just talking about how grateful we are about their partnership with us. And once that video is done, she will be joining us on the stage to give us the keynote presentation. Thank you so much.
We make the most advanced technology, and by combining the power of our technology with the potential of our partners, together we advance the world. It's how we use one of the world's most powerful supercomputers to help decode disease. It's how we launch a new world of exploration and steer a safer future. Working together is how we break down problems and build better solutions. To reimagine a more immersive experience pixel by pixel and keep cloud performance on the rise. all while bringing AI everywhere for everyone. Because together is how we've advanced to this moment, and together is how we'll own the next.
Happy Friday, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here in Purdue on this warm Friday. But it is excellent to see so many people in the room who are here and committed to breaking a very exciting world record. AMD is delighted to be part of this. For anybody who is not familiar with AMD, we're a semiconductor company, and we make a lot of hardware and software and solutions that span everything from your gaming PCs through the data center that's keeping a lot of the infrastructure that we're utilizing today alive and very well. It's also nice to be here because my son goes to Purdue, so it was a fun opportunity to come and visit him as well. But the hackathon is a very special event, not just because of the moment where we're here together, but its intensity. And if you think about 36 hours, as President Monk talked about, a pure blank canvas, real tools, real problems that you're going to be addressing, and a room full of people who chose to be here, not just because this was assigned to you, but because you care, and you care enough about technology and innovation to actually build something. And tonight is even bigger than that because you're part of this world record-breaking hackathon. And this makes it feel more than an event. It makes it a true milestone and is a reflection of what is possible when talent comes together. So I'm excited to be here with you this evening, and I want to take a moment to talk about where we find ourselves today. We're all living through one of the fastest periods of technological change that I have ever seen in my career, and I get to watch it every moment of the day at AMD. AI is accelerating innovation across nearly every industry you can think about, whether it's healthcare, education, manufacturing, transportation, space. The pace at which new capabilities are emerging and the speed at which they're becoming accessible is unlike anything we've ever seen. And at AMD, our mission is very simple. We jump out of bed every day to push the boundaries of innovation to solve some of the world's most challenging problems. But what does that mean? It means that technology that we build powers some of the world's fastest supercomputers. It helps enable cloud platforms and to enable capability like ChatGPT. It supports medical research. And as I said, it can create some of the tools behind your favorite games and movies. And just as Purdue fosters those opportunities, we're delighted to be here today engaging on this front. The technology is everywhere. It's shaping what we discover, create, heal, build, and explore. And at AMD, we talk a lot about compute as the foundation for these advancements, and AI is fueling the biggest compute revolution we've ever seen. And what that means is simple. It's essentially that tools are becoming more powerful, but as importantly, they're becoming a lot more accessible, and a lot more accessible sooner to all of us. For a long time, breakthrough technologies were somewhat exclusive and operated separately. So semiconductors were here, software was over there, robotics was in its own swim lane, and AI in a completely different lane. But today, we're seeing it all converging, and as part of this hackathon, we see it all converging too. And it opens up new possibilities about where we can take technology today. And it's not just an exciting time to watch innovation happen, it's all about what you're about to do here for the next 36 hours, which is to create it. And tonight is exactly all about that. But curiosity is one of the greatest advantages we all have right now. Over the course of my career, the people I've seen make the biggest impact were the ones who not always had the answer or knew the most on day one. They were the ones who kept asking questions, the one who kept pushing the boundaries of what's possible, and the ones who were willing to even get it wrong and to trip up and figure it out, problem solve, and get right back on the track. That kind of a mindset really matters, particularly when you think about curiosity in academia and how you're going to pragmatically apply that eventually into the workplace. And what better environment than a hackathon to practice it all? This is a place where you have permission to experiment. You've permission to do something bold, permission to pivot at 2 a.m. when the idea you had at 8 o'clock this evening seemed like a good idea but turned out not to be the best of ideas. That's okay. It's all about learning. So tonight I encourage everybody to be boundless, even if you're unclear about what the path ahead is. Be curious and go and challenge yourselves. And at AMD, we spend a lot of time thinking about performance and scale and efficiency, but the most important thing, it's actually not necessarily the technology or the IP itself, it's what becomes possible as that technology exists and what people choose to do with it. And that makes this moment so important. So when you combine powerful compute with real curiosity and a desire to help people, the results can be extraordinary. So as you build this weekend, please remember, you're not just here to do something very clever. You're here to make something useful, or surprising, or exciting, or incredibly beneficial. Ideally, some combination of all those things. The best technology does not just show off what is possible, it improves life, it improves it in some small ways, or in other times in big ways. Because the most memorable projects are almost always the ones that can help answer a very simple question. Who does this help, and how does it help them? And between us, a little tip, that's kind of something the judges might be looking for too, so keep that in mind as you really get going on your projects. And then it's not just about hardware, it's all about software. There's something uniquely powerful as you think about robotics. There's unique capabilities you think about systems and solutions, because we're building in the physical world and bringing together sensors, silicon, AI, robotics, software, system thinking. We're moving from concept to something tangible. And that's real creation. And this type of creation forces you to think beyond, can I code this? And you're thinking about bigger questions. How can I make this work in the real world? How can I make it respond? Can I make it relatable? How can it be relevant? Earlier I talked about curiosity being an important element in the context of this hackathon. But I'm a dinosaur, so more than my 30-year career in this industry, it's one of the greatest lessons I've learned. Careers do not unfold in a straight line. Mine certainly didn't. One of the most important lessons I've learned that I thought I'd share with you today is very simple. Put your hand up, volunteer, show curiosity and interest, and when you do not have to know everything in advance, because the truth is, none of us do. And the exciting thing about artificial intelligence is nobody actually has the answers, because we're collectively on a journey of discovery. And you need to have a willingness to learn, and that's why everybody's here today, with your curiosity, challenge assumptions, and to keep going when things get uncomfortable. And you must have faith in yourself. Do not lose faith in yourself. Very often, growth begins when you step forward first, and you can figure the rest out as you go along. So if you're sitting here over the next 36 hours, and at any stage of the hackathon you're thinking, I'm interested, but I may not be the expert in the room or on my team, or I have a great idea, but I'm not sure I'm ready to articulate it, let me tell you this. You do not need to know what the end destination is. We're all on a journey together. You just need to start that journey and see where it leads you. You're in an extraordinary position right now. You're sitting at the intersection of AI, robotics, compute, and human intelligence and imagination at a time when those forces are reshaping the industry at large. We know not only is that really, really rare, but as you think about where you are and what you're bringing together with your teams, my ask is that you build with intention, with excitement, and with impact. You don't have to solve everything. You don't have to create the most perfect product or project. You just have to care about the problems and the people that you're solving for. because the future is not just shaped by the fastest builders or the smartest coders. It's shaped by the people who remember what goes behind every product, every model, every device. What is the problem you are solving? So it's wonderful to continue to see the room fill up. I think we've had about another 100 people since I started talking 10 minutes ago, which is pretty cool. So you now have 36 hours, and I leave you with take risks. The safe project is rarely the most memorable one. So be ambitious, you're going to surprise yourself. Be collaborative, you're a team. The person sitting across from you or next to you may not have exactly the same skill as you do. That's good. You complement each other. You can help each other and ask questions. Don't spend all your time trying to look impressive. Spend time learning with each other. And when something breaks, don't worry. Trust it as progress, because this is what builders do. We test, we adapt, we improve, and we keep going. We persevere. And sometimes in the middle of that process, we build something that even surprises ourselves. This is going to happen for many of you this weekend. Think bigger, be bolder, don't forget to stay hydrated, and most importantly, have a lot of fun. Thank you for your patience. I think we're going to get going very soon. Good luck, and most importantly, be part of the movement here this weekend that says you were part of breaking a world record. Go Hackathon team. Thank you.
Thank you so much to Ruth for addressing us today. Your words were really inspiring, and I'm sure we'll see a lot of great products, great innovations come out of this hackathon. I'd also like to invite Purdue's head of Office of Industry Partnerships, who's been critical in helping us get all of these corporate sponsors and putting this hackathon together. Please give a huge round of applause for Professor Luna Liu.
Wow. I'm completely jazzed when I walk in this room. Look at the energy. This is the largest award robotic competition. Yeah, so first of all, on behalf of Purdue University and the President Office, I want to congratulate for Robotic Club for all the hard work they put it in. And you know, everything is not gonna happen without their hard work. And also, I want on behalf of the President Office to thank all our sponsors and thank them for their generous support. Some of them I will call the name AMD, Microsoft, Tesla, Ford, Analog. If I missed anybody, so that was not intent. So also on behalf of the university and all the faculty members, I want to thank you for your come to join this competition. There's gonna be a lot of creativity and hard work, and wish you all good luck. What I heard is we're gonna have a bus loaded of students from UIUC, from University of Chicago, come join us very soon, right? Looking forward for Purdue students to rise up in this competition. Can we do that? Awesome, boiler up, good luck.
Thank you so much, Professor Liu. We'd now like to invite our biggest sponsor, AMD, who's been with us since the day we started the club, since the day we emailed the CEO, Lisa Su, and since the day they've been one of our biggest supporters and a co-host for this hackathon. I'd like to invite their head of university program, Andrew Schmidt, to tell more about AMD's tracks and resources and their prizes.
All right, hey everybody, welcome to the hackathon. We're really excited from AMD here to welcome you all and just see what you're all going to get up to. There's really no way I can follow Ruth's amazing inspirational speech, so I kind of want to jump in more to just a few inspirational things of what we do at AMD that I'm hoping that you will carry from this hackathon into the real world when you come forward. So we like to say that we do things where we explore accelerating things from the laptop to the exaflop. So we're trying to do things at the small scale to the large scale. And you're going to be doing things at the small, micro scale, nano scale now, and hopefully scaling all the way up to full HPC systems as you move forward. Here, this will cover everything from hopefully robotics and embedded systems, things that you're going to be building with your hands today, this weekend, we're excited to see. And maybe that's going to be leveraging PC, edge devices, things coming from AMD and others, and then seeing those things get deployed and running even on the cloud or in the data centers. What I'm really excited that you all have access to, and hopefully you come by the AMD booth and you get to talk to us, or even you're going to be using some of our hardware, it's going to span everything from embedded systems. Maybe you're using FPGAs in your designs, or maybe you're using some of our embedded processors or Ryzen AI mini PCs or laptops. And then hopefully, as you're kind of exploring and experimenting with your builds, you're going to move towards something a little bit larger like our cloud instances and being able to train your models and run and deploy. So you really have the whole spectrum of AMD technology at your disposal this weekend, and we're really excited for you to get out there and try it. One way that you can do that right now, if you haven't already tried joining, is we have our AI developer program. This is a free access where you can get node credit hours, and you can go off and be kind of experimenting and exploring. We really encourage you to consider using that even after the hackathon's over. So if you want to scan the QR code, you can kind of get started. One thing that I really am excited about is, as part of this, we have our AI Academy. So, it's one thing just to give you access to hardware, but it's also important that you have access to all the different technology and the training. So please consider joining the Academy and kind of trying out a lot of the different trainings that we have. And they are being more and more added every single day. So, if you're not sure how to do something with AI, we probably have a training for you. Another thing I really wanted to encourage you is, at the end, don't stop whatever you're building. We have something in the university program we call our open hardware competition. So over the summer, you have the opportunity to continue to build what you're working on now and then submit and additional cash prizes that we're going to be awarding at the end of the summer. So keep working, keep hacking, and keep thinking of how you want to innovate so that you can apply to this program. We're going to be releasing it here at the end of the month, and we're excited for all of you to take what you're building now and then apply for the award at the end of the summer. All right, so real quick, what are we actually trying to do with the best use of AMD technology track? So if you've signed up, here are some of the judging criteria. We're looking for different ways that you're using our technology in creative and interesting novel ways. We'll have this posted, you can go and look, but when we come around and judge you Sunday, this is some of the criteria we're gonna be using to judge you. A lot of you probably wondering, what are we giving away? Well, for third place, we're really excited that we're gonna actually hand out a whole set of Wow robot arms. So this is a fully assembled system, one per each person in your team. So if you get third place, you'll get robotic arms. You can take those home with you. For second place, we're really excited that we're going to be releasing the AMD Radeon GPUs. Again, one per person for the team. So if you're excited about being able to use our Radeon GPUs for any AI acceleration or gaming, they're good for both of those. Awesome, get that. And then for first place, we're really excited that each team member will get an AMD laptop, a Ryzen AI laptop. So please think really hard about what projects you want to do, and know that we have some really amazing prizes coming from AMD. The last thing I'll say is tomorrow from 9 to 10, we're going to have a workshop. So if you're struggling, you're having any questions, you have any issues, either come by our booth or come to our workshop and learn more. So with that, I'll say happy hacking, and we look forward to seeing what you guys get up to this week.
Thank you so much, Andy. All of us are really excited for AMD's track at this hackathon. Next up, we'd like to invite our other co-host, Ford Motor Company. I'd like to invite Balpreet Singh to tell more about Ford's tracks and prizes.
Good afternoon, hackers. My name is Balpreet.
And I'm Patrick.
And we are from Ford ATP. Sorry. So we could just talk about our slides. I think this is the wrong slides, but if you have any questions, please come to our booth. We are from Ford ATP, which is the Advanced Technology Platform. We basically work on the next generation of manufacturing. So Ford came out with the assembly line many years ago, and now we are still innovating, and part of our project that we're bringing here today is from there. So in Ford ATP, we work on a lot of projects. So we work on additive, we work on vision, robotics, and a lot of the other sectors that you might see in a manufacturing plant globally. So Patrick here will kind of talk about what our track is about.
So robotics and humanoid robots in general, as many of you know, they've come a long way in the last decade. We now have robots that are dancing, doing acrobats, stunts and stuff that most people can't even do. But one thing that's really a big challenge that they haven't been able to overcome in the last few years directly relates to why they're not more commonly used in manufacturing and in industry in general. And that's their ability to grasp and interact with the world around them. Humans are naturally born with very advanced hands and grippers that these robots have a really hard time replicating. And so our track is entirely dedicated around solving this issue of grasping. How do you make grippers that are more versatile, that can grab more different objects? Or how do you create solutions that can determine the best way to grab a different object or perform grasping related motions like fastening a bolt? So grasping is critical, and it's a key bottleneck that we're aiming to solve with our challenge.
So our track basically focuses on making the next generation of grasping. So what we're tasking you guys to do is create a gripper or gripper technology that could advance the future of manufacturing, whether that be a robotic hand, whether that be parallel grippers, whether that be using tactile sensors and things like that. We are happy to be here and see what you guys can come up with in the innovative strategies.
So now I'll go into scoring a bit. So our scoring is divided into 5 main categories. That will be impact. So basically, how well does it address the problem? Innovation, how creative is the project? Performance, does your project actually work? Technical execution, as well as feasibility for how well it'll scale into our ecosystem.
What about prizes?
Okay. And then for a quick reminder of our prizes, each member of the first place team will get a Bamboo P2S 3D printer. Each member of the second place team will receive a MetaQuest 3S headset. And each member of the third place team will get a replica scale Ford racing helmet. If you're interested in our challenge, we've provided a host of different components, and they're going to be available through the hardware booth. We've also brought a UR Cobot arm with us. If you're doing our challenge, you can feel free to come over and play around with it, or mount your gripper to it and try to pick some things up with it. If you have any questions for us at all, feel free to come over and talk to us, but we'll be hosting our in-depth technical workshop tomorrow at 3 p.m. and we're excited to see you guys there. So yeah, excited to see all your innovative solutions and happy hacking.
Thank you so much. We're all really excited for Ford's track as well. I'd now like to invite Cam from Analog Devices to talk about their resources and their support for StarkHacks.
Hi everyone, my name is Cameron Vallone. I am Senior Technical Program Manager of the Emerging Technology Hub at Analog Devices. I'm going to start off with a question. Who knows the company Analog Devices by show of hands? How many people feel comfortable explaining what Analog Devices is and what we do as a company? All right, perfect. Not really, but it's good information. So Analog Devices is a traditional semiconductor company. We have your integrated ICs through digital signal processors, and now as we move forward in the age of physical intelligence, we're building sensors for robotic applications. So my team is brand new. I've been at the company for about 5 months now, brought in as one of the roboticists of the team to try to actually bring Analog Devices into that next generation of robotics and physical intelligence. So I'm here today to sort of bring back what ADI is from the start, and that is sensors and ICs. So our track for this hackathon is going to be a sensor fusion track. So I'm going to be looking at how you guys go and actually collect sensor data, as well as process the sensor data and actually use it for end applications as well. So third place will be getting a $100 Visa gift card. Second place will be getting a $200 Visa gift card. And first place will be getting an ADI computer vision kit. This computer vision kit is going to contain an NVIDIA Jetson Orin Nano along with a ADI time of flight sensor. This is a 92 nanometer wavelength time of flight sensor, a class 1 laser, so feel free, stare at it as much as you like. But this is one of our newest sensors that's able to do a 3-dimensional point cloud from a single monocular camera using time of flight. So you'll be able to use that for whatever adventures you have down the road. I'm pretty sure that's about all the time I have, so I'd like to thank you all and happy hacking, and I hope to see some cool things.
Thank you so much, Cam. I'd now like to invite Ivan from Espressive to talk about their track and their support for our hackathon.
All right, hi everybody. So you may have known about ESP32 or you plan to using our hardware for this StarkHacks. So Espressive Systems is behind this series of chips where we are actually the #1 Wi-Fi MCU market for 9 consecutive years. So our connectivity portfolio spans from Wi-Fi, low power Bluetooth, Thread, and Zigbee. And then we have like the S&P series of chips that focus on our AI integrations. So in terms of our sponsored hardware, we're going to give you the S3 DevKit C1. So in this here, you can actually scan the QR code or refer to our website for more development frameworks and also resources. And talking a little bit about our chip features-wise, we have like the dual-core CPU with about 240 megahertz of clock speed. And of course, we have flexible memory cycle of about 512 KB of SRAM and also 8 megabytes of flash and 8 megabytes of PSRAM. So you can see here we have very rich fresh set of I/O of 45 GPIOs, and of course a very matured ecosystem that you can actually search on GitHub, and we have a very rich open source community around the world and worldwide. So, and then of course we have our Wi-Fi connectivity with the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi aggregated on the chip itself. So talking about our sponsored track-wise, we are going to have the smart home and city. Any project that uses our hardware falling within this domain will qualify for an event, for a track. And of course, its flexibility is really up to you to define your project definition. Of course, winners-wise, we have the Bamboo 3D printers. Second place and third place will be the comprehensive set of Espressive and M5 products. So, of course, catch us with our part 2 of the ESP-IDF workshop, where we discuss about how to program with Arduino and on the ESP-IDF, and of course, sharing more software solutions tomorrow at 10 to 12 p.m. So, with that, I just want to wish you all that perfect hardware is not, for perfect hardware is not being perfect, but of course, it's about persistence. And with that, I wish you all the best for your hackathon and stay strong. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ivan. I'd now like to call Dottie from Ultimaker. Ultimaker is our primary 3D printing partner, and they've generously given us 25 3D printers along with hundreds of spools of filament.
Hello, everyone. It's so exciting to be here and so exciting to see all of you that do what we really talk about every day, which is turning ideas into real-world solutions. We're super excited to work with all of you at StarkHacks. And why were we so excited? It is because we are here to watch you all build fast, solve real-world problems, and use tools that will help you keep up. So we don't have our own track because we want you to feel free to use the printers to help you with whatever track you are trying to succeed at. Anything that you need to create, you have printers back there, you have the ways to print them all weekend, they're up, they're ready to go. What we've done is our goals for the hackathon were to give you the tools to design it, to print it, to test it, and to refine it. All of the software that you'll be using, things that you need to be thinking about as engineers, everything's stored in the US. You own the designs, we do not. Make sure you know who owns your designs when you design. Check that out. Really, why Ultimaker and MakerBot? Ultimaker is our main company. MakerBot is our education line of printers. We have everything from the professional grade printers all the way from K-12 education all the way to the professional world. We are the owners of Cura. Has anybody used Cura before? Cura, yep, that's us. We also have Digital Factory. You can use either one of those to slice to send things to the printer. Our top markets are in education, automotive, aerospace, manufacturing, robotic, food and beverage. If any of you are going into those industries, it is likely that you will see our printers in those areas. So exciting to get you guys started. Our goal for the hackathon, again, is to get you access to real tools. These are tools that are used in the real world. Test your real world ideas and bridge your concepts into real world items. So really, a big thanks to the StarkHacks team. Give them a big round of applause. They have done a lot of work behind the scenes to make sure you have equipment to use. Thanks to all of you that are here. Give yourselves a big round of applause for about what you're about to do. Bigger round, bigger, 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 bigger. Oh, there we go, there we go, that's good. Honestly, we cannot wait to see what you create. We have Luis out in the middle of the room. He's gonna give a big wave. He's gonna be back there helping with printers. Anything you need from us, just head back to the printer corner back there. Don't just pitch stuff, build it, make it happen. Thanks a bunch. We're really looking forward to working with you all. Have a great building weekend.
Thank you so much, Dottie. Thank you for the 3D printing farm, and we are very excited to have everybody send over their prints and us using that to build very, very cool stuff. Now we would like to call Qualcomm on stage to just share more about their track and prizes.
Hey, good evening, everyone. I'm Jason Strickland, and I lead Government Affairs and University Relations for Arduino at Qualcomm. We're excited to be here. We can't wait to see what you make. I just want to take a quick moment to tell you about our track and the hardware platforms that are in our track. We're going to have both the Arduino Uno Q and the Rubik Pi in our track. The Uno Q is the first product that Arduino launched together with Qualcomm, and its goal is to make Edge AI democratized and accessible. It has a software platform called App Lab that makes it super easy to develop on-device Edge AI models. And it starts at about half a top, so it's really great, but it's dual brain. It has both Linux, Debian 12, and it has an MCU. And so you can run all of your models on the Linux side and your motor control on the MCU side. And then you can step up to our other platform, which is called Rubik Pi by our partner Thundercom, that can do up to 12 tops. So we'll have both those platforms available, along with a range of sensors that are called modulinos that are plug and play from the Quick standard. So it's going to be super fun. We can't wait to see what you make. Just a quick overview of the Uno Q. So it is basically in the traditional Uno form factor, so it looks like an Uno, but it's full Debian 12 Linux with upstream support. So it's going to be really neat to see how all of you roll it out. We should have about 250 of those available. And then just the way our track works, we're looking for the most innovative use of Edge AI. So either with the Uno Q or the Rubik Pi platform, we want to see how you can do something where the AI is on the edge. That's kind of what we're looking for in our track. So we're excited to be here. Can't wait to see all of you. My colleagues that could probably talk a lot more about the hardware than I can are en route from the airport. So we'll have staff here tonight and all throughout the day tomorrow. Looking forward to seeing everything that you do.
Thank you so much, Jason. We're really excited for Qualcomm at this hackathon as well. Our last partner for this hackathon is Major League Hacking, which is one of the largest groups in the world of builders, engineers, and innovators. And we're an official MLH hackathon. I'd like to invite representatives from MLH to tell more about MLH's prizes and offerings for StarkHacks.
Who's ready? Mic check, mic check. Who's ready to win some prizes this weekend? Hello, everybody. My name is Wei, a coach here at Major League Hacking. My favorite language is TypeScript, and I'm a friend of the crustacean. Is anyone into OpenClaw? Come chat with me afterwards if you're interested.
Great. Thank you, Wei, for introducing yourself. So my name is Jocelyn, and some of my fun facts is that I'm into neuroengineering. I study robotics, so this event is basically super cool for me. And I also collect bee plushies. That's why I'm wearing like some Minecraft bee earrings. All right, so let's get started. Everything that you need to know for this event from MLH is on mlh.link/StarkHacks. So if you want to know about the opt-in prices and everything that you can win, make sure to visit this. We will also be sending these over the Discord. So make sure that you join StarkHacks Discord so you can connect with more hackers and you can actually get a hold of all of the announcements that we will be sending over the weekend. All right, so who from here has heard about what MLH, Major League Hacking, is? Can I see some raised hands? MLH? MLH? All right, so at least half of the room knows what Major League Hacking is. So basically, our job here is to empower you throughout the event. So if you have any questions or anything, make sure to reach out to Wei or me. And we're a global community around the world. So we not only organize hackathons, but we also organize different types of events. Great, so actually by being a part of this event, you're being part of these big numbers, so over more than 1 million hackers. So by being at this event, you are participating and contributing to this big hacker community. All right, so we have a lot of stuff prepared for you this weekend, many workshops and many tools. So let's get started with those. Coming up first, we have the hardware lab. So I'm pretty sure there's a lot of hardware in this event, and MLH also has its own hardware lab presented by DigiKey. We have Raspberry Pis, we have Arduinos, and a lot of different stuff. You can come by after the opening ceremony up to the MLH table over there, so you can check out hardware. All right, and then we also have the MLH season tees. Wei, can you show us those? So Wei's wearing some of the MLH season tees. We will be giving these at workshops, so make sure to attend and check into our workshops. Our first workshop is Experiment with Google AI Studio. If you want to learn about these, feel free to check in at Saturday, 3 p.m. We will be giving t-shirts. Coming up next, we have Hacking with GitHub Copilot. We will be using the GitHub MCP server and my MLH MCP server for this one. It will be at Saturday, 3:30 p.m., so right after the AI Studio one. And finally, we will be having the Tech Together meetups for underrepresented genders in tech to have a quick chat in there. This will be happening at Saturday, 4 p.m. All right, so as we mentioned, we're going to be giving some t-shirts. So if you want a t-shirt, raise your hand. We will be throwing these. Okay, so I'm seeing a person in here. I want to try further along. Oh, that was a perfect catch. All right. Make sure to go to our workshops for more t-shirts.
Everyone who comes will receive MLH t-shirt, so make sure you join us. All right, we have all the resources you need and some amazing prizes you can win. We actually have 6 of them. First one is the best use of 11 Labs. If you want to interact with a voice AI in any way, 11 Labs is your go-to. We have the best use of Solana prize category. If you want to use Solana as a speedy and efficient backend for your application, definitely check this out. We also have best use of Auth0 if you want to integrate authentication into your application. This is a go-to. And we actually have a brand new variant of this prize category as well. This is the second one from Auth0, best use of Auth0 AI agents. You can use Auth0 to authenticate AI agents with any third-party applications or tooling. Next up, everyone here this weekend gets a free .tech domain name. Just use the weekend code on the bottom right or get a coupon code from our MLH table. Winners will receive the .tech domain name for 10 years and a desktop microphone. And last but not least, we have the Google Clouds prize category, the best use of Gemini API with us. You just need to use Gemini somewhere in your application to qualify for it. They just announced Gemma 4 and Gemini 3.1 Flash TTS model, so definitely check it out. And speaking of Gemini, let's do a quick live demo here. Because of the internet, I recorded a little snippet here just before this workshop. So I have VS Code open here. On the right, I have a VS Code extension called RuCode that is going to interact with a Gemini as the AI coding agent. I have prepared a little prompt here. This is a Flask-based chatbot application. I gave it some concepts of this hackathon, the largest hardware hackathon ever, along with the prize categories that MLH has and the event has. And I instructed it to create a very, very useful hackathon strategist app. And as you can see on the right, Gemini has created a checklist, and it's installing Python packages that's needed to run this application. And in just a couple seconds here, an app.py Python file has been generated along with a couple endpoints, routes that will be used as our application's backend. And as it's thinking here, it's actually trying to generate the front end of the application, index.html. That is going to come with the HTML markup, the CSS for styling, as well as the JavaScript to integrate with the Python backend that we have just created. So in just a few moments here, you can see the Python server is now running on our localhost 5000. And just like that, we have our Hackathon Strategist app for StarkHacks. I'm going to choose a track. I'm just going to put something general, as well as the MLH prize categories, Gemini, Solana, and Auth0 AI agents, and I click Generate Idea. This is actually sending all the context about the event, about the prize categories, all the way over to Google Gemini API live, and it has come up with a project idea with a problem statement and how you can integrate your project to qualify for those MLH partner technology and those prize categories. I can even ask follow-up questions. For example, here, how can I integrate a Gemini TTS, their latest model, capabilities into this hardware project? So we're going to click Send here, and this is going to send the whole context of the conversation, of the project idea, of the prizes, all the way to Gemini to come back with some answers here on exactly how you can integrate even like libraries that you can use to build that into your hardware project. All right, and I'm actually going to expose that to the public internet. It's running on my computer, but I'm going to use a tool called ngrok that is going to expose this application so that everyone can try this out. And this is a demo link. You can take a picture of it. The internet might be a little bit slow here, but we'll try to keep it up for a little bit longer after the opening ceremony so everyone can try this out. Come to the MLH table if you have any questions. So can I have a round of applause for Gemini? Generative AI tools. Generative AI tools like Gemini makes it super easy for you to create MVPs and get guidance and tutorials very, very quickly. So please try this out. We're all here to learn and experiment with new things. Now, if you want to see any of those prize categories and resources again, please go to the events dev post. You can see all the prize categories and resources there. Sunday, everyone who demos will receive a customized iDemo sticker for the inaugural StarkHacks. So definitely come by and show us whatever you're able to accomplish over the weekend. We want to see whatever you're able to build in whatever state it is. We're all here to learn. Now, on a more serious note, MLH hackathons are a safe space for everyone. By being here at this event, you are agreeing to our code of conduct. So please be respectful. Harassment and abuses are not tolerated. If you ever feel uncomfortable during this event, please come find me, Jocelyn, or any of the organizers, or reach our incidents team directly. We want to make sure everyone has a great experience. With that, thanks again to all our partners that make MLH possible. Happy hacking, everybody.
Thank you so much to all our sponsors and partners for helping us make this event possible. Throughout the hackathon, we have tons of workshops and fun events scheduled for you all. You can go to our official schedule page, starkhacks.com/schedule, to view the locations and the details of all of these events. We have a cornhole tournament tomorrow afternoon, just after lunch. Please register for that using the link we'll send out in the announcements channel on Discord by midnight tonight. We'll also have Giant Jenga running throughout the hackathon outside of this building as well, and we have a stargazing night planned for tonight. We have a ton of tracks and exciting prizes for you all. So our first track is the best AI wearable track sponsored by Omi, and you get a free Omi smart glasses and a Omi wearable per person in the team. We also have the best software hacks where you get $100 per month for 6 months of V0 credits, as well as $100 in GitHub credits. We also have the track Most Likely to Be a Successful Startup, sponsored by Founders Inc., which is one of the largest hardware startup accelerators in the world, and they will be providing a month-long pass to their hardware workspace in San Francisco, as well as connections with top startups in the Silicon Valley. And we have a space exploration track in which we're giving out a bunch of really cool microcontrollers, Raspberry Pis to the winning team.
And we would like to announce our grand prizes. A lot of you already know about it, but they're super cool. So in the third place, we will be giving out Canon Body Plus Lens Kit and a Woo Peak membership for 1 year to every member of the team, of whichever winning team it is. So that would be the third prize. On the second prize, we will be giving you an option to choose between whether you want a DJI Avatar 2 combo with immersive goggles and RC motion, or do you want a DJI Mini 3 based on what you're interested in, and you get Meta Ray-Ban smart glasses. Same, every person of the team gets these prizes. And for the first place, we are giving you a custom gaming setup to every member of the team. So we have the RDY Element 9 Pro custom gaming PC, we have the Wu-Tang keyboard, we have the Razer mouse, and we also have the Samsung gaming monitor, and that will go to every single person in the team. So really, really excited for the grand prizes and really excited to see who is gonna win that one.
So that was our almost $20,000 prize pool. Now some important logistical information about the hackathon. I know you guys want to start hacking soon, so I'm going to keep this as short as possible. But we have a fully stocked out snack booth for you guys with as many chips, energy drinks, Red Bull, Monster, as much soda as you guys want, available for you throughout the hackathon starting 8 p.m. today. We will also be providing all meals free of cost to all hackers. We also have a fully decked out hardware booth which you guys can reserve via the hacker portal. Once you guys have made reservations, you can pick everything up within 1 hour by any member of the team using your hacker pass. We also have a bunch of 3D printing stations, soldering and tooling stations as well.
We will have Nazmeen, who is our hardware lead, talk more about that.
All right, guys, how are we doing? Are we ready for the hackathon? Awesome, awesome. All right, almost done here. Just gonna go over some technical stuff so you guys are aware of all the resources that we have available for you to bring about amazing projects during the hackathon. So first of all, we will be having a hardware booth where you're gonna be reserving all the items and resources that we have on the web app on our inventory. So make sure you're able to digitally reserve items and send one person from your team to collect them at the hardware booth as soon as possible. Then for the 3D printing stations, I'm sure all of you walking into the hackathon have noticed we have a lot of 3D printers set up in the back over there. You guys will still be submitting 3D prints on the web app, so STL files only on the web app, and do organized submissions. Make sure that we're able to access all the links that you put out because we did have some problems with that earlier. And once your prints are ready, you will be notified again through the web app. Just go to the front table and they should be labeled there for you to pick them up yourself. We will not be transporting them to you. So please be aware of that. For the snack booth, actually, I'm going to skip over the snack booth and meals. I'm going to go straight to the soldering and tooling stations. We also have a soldering station. It's kind of a vertical, long column of tables at the very back, if you guys have noticed it. We have about 24 soldering stations there. You guys should be able to use the web app to reserve a station. And once it's your turn, again, you'll be notified. Head over there within 5 minutes, and you guys should be able to solder something. Again, one person from your team can be there at a time. Same thing with the tooling station. We will have Dremels, heat guns, drills, all sorts of heavy tooling. One thing I will say, just generally throughout the hackathon, and especially when you're over there, make sure you're wearing your safety goggles that you got during check-in. If you didn't get one, find one of us, one of the volunteers, someone wearing one of these beige shirts, or me, or anyone on the exec, and we will get that to you immediately. Please be cautious in that area, especially. And one thing that isn't listed here, I really want to quickly mention, some of you might have seen our announcement in the Discord, but we are partnering with Bechtel Design Innovation Center at Purdue to get you guys more maker spaces and be able to do a lot cooler stuff as well. So that should be open only 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. tomorrow. So plan accordingly if you want to use and machine aluminum blocks, wood boards at Bechtel. We will have a woodworking workshop, CNC, mills, and a whole list of other stuff that you can find on our Discord announcements. That's pretty much it. If you have any questions, again, reach out over Discord or just find one of us. And happy hacking. Oh, before I leave, can I quickly do one thing just to wake everyone up a little bit? When I say Stark, you say hack. Stark? Stark? All right, let's go, guys.
Like I said, we have really good free food for all of you all throughout the hackathon. We'll have Gabe, our head of operations, explain a little bit more about that.
All right, everyone, I'm glad Nazmeen woke you guys all up. important part of the hackathon, food. I know everyone's been thinking about it. First things first, it's gonna be our meals. Today's meal is gonna start at 9 p.m. And how all of our meals are gonna work, they're gonna be based off the meal type that shows up on your Hacker Pass. So that's gonna be either no restrictions, vegetarian, gluten-free, whatever it may be. There's going to be 3 lines when you walk into Lawson. So all of our meals are going to be in the Lawson, same place that you checked in. When you walk into Lawson, you're gonna take a right, same place where you were checking in, there's gonna be 3 lines. One of them is for if you have no restrictions or no dietary restrictions for your food, you'll go into that line. There's the vegetarian line, and then the last line is just any other dietary restrictions. Once again, this will be shown on your Hacker Pass. Second thing is the snack booth. So down the hall to our right is going to be our snack booth. Please feel free, grab some food, grab some drinks, making sure you're staying well-fed, well-hydrated. I know it's getting a little hot in here. We're trying to open up some of those doors, get some airflow going, but please, please, please make sure that you're drinking water. There are water stations over there and over there by the front entrance. Please make sure you're drinking those. We're also working on getting some water jugs set up for that. And yeah, hope you guys are excited.
That was most of the logistics for the hackathon. Just a few reminders. There is a pair of restrooms here, and there's one downstairs as well. Just go down the stairs and take a right. And a safety announcement as well. This is a hardware hackathon, so we have a lot of hardware tools, which also means there is an increased risk of injury. If something does happen to you, please do not hesitate to reach out to any exec, organizer, or volunteer. We're in blue lanyards, red lanyards, and black lanyards, respectively. If something serious happens, please call 911 first and then alert someone of the organizing team. Lastly, we have Wi-Fi for everyone. We're trying to make sure it's working at a reasonable speed. We'll send the details of the password and everything on Discord. And just a small note, you are not permitted to use mobile hotspots or set up any parallel networks or mess with any of our routers in any way. If you do so, you will be disqualified immediately. And yeah, that's it. And you may start hacking at 8 p.m. Thank you so much for coming. Let's set a world record.
Return to the Mac, get up what it is, what it does, what it is, what it isn't. Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking a new hit. Get up, first shot, come strut walking. A little bit of humble, a little bit of cautious. Somewhere